I was introduced to drugs very, very young. I was about 6 months old, and my dad had dropped a bag of Black Beauties on the carpet, and I ate them. My mom got married shortly after to a man named Larry. My mom kind of took off, and he raised me as his own until I was about 12 and a half, 13. I ended up running away and showing up at my dad's. And I went back later and I robbed his house. And before I was 18, my dad's house got raided. I saw it coming and tried to run out the back door. A 55-gallon drum full of methamphetamine in the basement. Everybody in the house went to jail. A few years later, I had kind of ran myself dry using drugs, and I needed help, and my mom had me come out here. I remember one night, now I was talking to my mom, and she says, "Why don't you just pray and ask God to reveal himself to you?" And I was like, well, okay. I was sitting in her living room and just asked God to reveal himself to me. The most overwhelming feeling I've ever felt in my life came over me. Can't explain it, really. I felt like I was completely lifted up off that couch. Better than any drug I'd ever tried. For a few days, I was like telling a lot of people about it. I went to work and my boss was like, "He's really losing it this time," and I knew I wasn't. I've struggled with staying clean. I've had 4 years, and I've had 2 years, and then I had 27 months. And about 4 years ago, after being tired of some relapses, I finally went through the 12 steps. We got to the amends process, and a couple flights around the country, and I cleaned up some of my past. And Larry, I didn't talk to him for 20-something years. He had still lived in the same house in Missouri. I knock on the door opens, and it's Larry, and he flips the porch light on, and he looks at me, and he was like, "Well, are you just gonna stand there, or are you gonna come in the house?" So I went in the house, and I'm just looking at him. I just said, "Well, I'm in town, and I wanted to look you up." I was just full of tears, and I was scared. Shame. This is where some of that started to melt away. I just want to say thank you, and I love you, and I appreciate you. And I'm looking up at him, and he's got tears in his eyes. All my baby pictures, my school pictures, my pictures of him and me are still hanging on the wall, the same place they were 20-something years ago. I said, "Why do you still have those pictures on the wall?" And he grabbed my shoulder and he goes, "Because I love you, son." So to think that somebody thought of me in a negative way all those years when really they were sitting there just loving me the whole time helped get rid of that shame. I went through a relapse right around the time Matt started bringing me here. Matt and Amanda really kind of had surrounded me. I probably had like maybe 2 days clean or something when you baptized me. There's something about walking in here, and I didn't feel uncomfortable here. Every message that I heard brought tears to my eyes, and I just kept coming. And then I got baptized, and then I went to treatment right after I got baptized. How I'm not dead or in prison or sores all over my face is not man-made. No matter how far I feel that I've been defeated, there's hope. It's pretty obvious that God used my story to help others, and that means way more to me than my shame over my past. It gives it value. I'm just another one of God's children.